Hello, I just got my mic plugged back in. How are you doing today? Hello, Gallery Hatchet and others. Well, that's good to hear. I'm doing alright, all things considered. It's my day off today, so just taking some time to play some games. Well, that's good to hear. I hope your channel is doing well. Most of the time I play on hardcore mode. When I want to just chill out, though, I play on this mode because it's a lot more fun when you don't just die. I might go make another pick. Give me just a second, because my chat is apparently slightly off screen. Let me just adjust real quick. Okay. Okay, well, my chat's not off screen, it's just cut off. I'm not a very well-known YouTuber, but that can be a good thing because people don't expect me to create the goods. I feel you. I'm still fairly new at this myself. I've got some of the tech I need. I'm just still working at learning how to use the tech properly. Also, just trying to, do what you can where you can. Every little bit counts. Yeah. I better say, the community is the main thing, and as long as they're getting something out of it, that's what matters and counts. I've really got to move stuff around better in here. It also doesn't help that where I'm at, the grid's kind of shaky. So I kind of only play the game when I get the chance, because for some reason in Minecraft now, it used to do its little save checkpoint things, and if it got shut down, it'd just take you back there. Now it seems like if it gets shut down inappropriately, it just right out corrupts. Yeah, I feel you there. Always a year behind on the console, though I am enjoying the PlayStation 4 here in just a little bit because I've been trying to do slightly shorter streams. I'm probably going to swap back over to Spider-Man after I get a quick bite to eat. Oh, I almost ran out of road. As I got the PlayStation subscription thing, I got Spider-Man free and Cult of the Lamb, and I'm trying to like mix and match my play until I figure out what everyone enjoys watching more. My Minecrafts are just usually very popular. I still don't fully understand why, but as long as people are having fun. The new Spider-Man, well, I guess it's not new anymore, but the Spider-Man game by Insomnia, so far it feels like a new take on Spider-Man's origins, but it allows you to go through all the enemies as you go. But I'm still brand new. I just got through the opening. Excuse me, sorry. I just got through the opening and all that, so I know Peter Parker is all grown up. I know he's working with the head of the police department as Spider-Man. I know that he's working with Dr. Octavius at Oscorp, so I don't know for sure if this is after Octavius's, what's the word, rehabilitation, or if it's an in-between point, or what exactly I'm walking into on it, but so far, minus the, like, new mechanic system to learn out, like swinging, all that, the web-slinging portion, minus that, the game's been really fun and very intuitive, and the web-slinging's very intuitive as well. It's just, I'm used to games like Saints Row and Assassin's Creed. I'm not used to trying to avoid a body count. But it is fun, and I am playing it on the normal, I suppose, settings. If I set it down some, we could probably enjoy it just for its storyline, but I do like the challenge of it. I don't really watch Seinfeld that much. Currently, the YouTube in the background is Inside the Incel Pickup Artist Cult. They got banned from TikTok by Brianne Worth. It's about a month old, so I don't mind playing it in the background. But since y'all can hear it, I figure I better shout her out this way. My YouTube views are pretty eclectic. Most of it's political, but sometimes I like to take a break from the politics with the ha-ha funny stuff and the social commentary. I used to be big into creepypastas, but I guess I just ran out of relatable stories. I still like the art, as far as it can be considered art. I just... Aw, thank you. Once I get back on my YouTube setup, I'll subscribe to your channel as well. Small content creators gotta help each other where we can. Damn. I was hoping, but it didn't work. A tiny bit. I know that each seed is an actual realm, and like when I do each opening to these, you can see which seed I start on. Then, I believe using the coordinates, you can find it using the map. But I played very old school Minecraft, and then I recently came back, so I haven't been around since they updated biomes in the Nether. In case y'all can hear what's going on, currently the alpha male pickup artist is saying, don't be complimenting your lady because you don't want to be a simp. Gentlemen, if you do not want to compliment your lady, why have a lady in the first place in your life? You two should both build each other up. If all you do is tear each other down, it is not a good relationship. Get out of it. That's simple. Now, if you two see value in working on it, then by all means, work on it. But at no point... Okay, like, real talk, the biggest thing that pisses me off about these alpha male incel artist types, I don't know if I'm allowed to use incel. We're going to use incel because I don't know if I'm allowed to. But my biggest pet peeve with them is, y'all, they do realize the cameras work, right? That we can see what they look like. And be damned. Be damned if you or anyone else should be called ugly by somebody that looks like a badly rendered Adam Sandler. I mean, this, not that you should ever make fun of somebody's looks. Make fun of the folks for things they can control, like their politics and their terrible takes on dating advice. But, for real, this motherfucker looks like ChatGPT. Draw me Adam Sandler. Now do it again. Now do it again. Now do it again. That's this incel pickup artist. I just... Load. And then the way they talk about women, it makes me wonder, have you ever been in the same room with a flesh and blood woman? Because here's the thing, y'all. Megan might have worked in the 90s. The whole, oh wow, you look hot, but man, your friend is hotter. Can I get her number? That shit might have worked in the 90s. But nowadays, folks have moved past that shit, you know? Self-esteem and inner beauty is a real thing. And honestly, if you're going to be with somebody that downplays you, it's better to be alone. Then again, I don't know. We live in a wonderful world of masturbatory tools that, in my opinion, if somebody isn't bringing, like, the weight of love and caring and shit that I can't get from my left hand to the table, I just ain't got the time or the pleasure for it, you know? I've got my imagination, and I've got 37 years of experience on my own. Not to get too personal with chat. But it's like, I'm just saying, y'all, I don't understand completely the generation and how we're getting, like, what's the word? We're getting, like, into toxic relationships with our robotic chat friends. And I tried them before I realized I was, like, using 3 bottles worth of drinking water every time I asked it a stupid question. Or every time I decided to play fucking D&D with a robot, because nobody around me has the time. And I was using, like, gallons of drinkable water. Nah, y'all, it's like, I can't square that. But at the same time, I don't understand how people are... I guess the high and low of it is I don't understand the whole loneliness epidemic. Because the world's right there. You just gotta be brave enough to reach out and say hi. And I hear you, oh, but it's dangerous. It definitely is, friend. But it's sort of like Yoshi, that one dancing, singing fellow. Do you want the pain of rejection or the pain of never was because you never had the courage to ask? Just ask. Now, if they say, no, fuck off, you ugly, okay, bitch, and move on. Most people that I've met, though, despite what the incel community tells you, most people I've met, they might give you a light reason, they might not give you a reason at all. Not their responsibility. They can literally just, nah, I'm not interested, thanks anyway. And you move on. It's that simple. I just, like I said, I don't understand the community of, nah, I'm gonna make them be with me, though. But why? I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I'm just, my bad opinions, my hot takes. I'm not a coach of any kind. I'm not a professional of any kind. I've been in a few relationships. They weren't bad. They didn't end badly. They just, due to the economy, due to the way things are, we don't have a lot of time to spend with each other in this world. So I tend to stick with the people that are able to be within touching distance, you know what I mean? People that I can reach out and talk to. But I mean, above all else, one of the other things I'd like to push is just trying to be nice even when people are assholes, because a lot of people are mean nowadays just as the default, and I understand it, but I don't. Because again, the whole, oh, it's a loneliness epidemic. Well, if you treat them like shit every time you talk to them, of course you're going to be lonely. Nobody's required to be your friend. I said, y'all, just random yapping on my part, hoping everybody's still having a good day, trying to take my day off, and like, trust me, y'all, there's news to talk about. There's shit going on all the fuck over the place. Apparently, they're going full-on evil mask-off villain here in my country, where if you're a non-profit or a charity organization, a church or anything like that, that helps or harbors any migrant, child, man, woman, anyone, if you get caught harboring a migrant, you lose your status immediately. If you talk about listening to your lying empathy and helping migrants, you will lose your class A1 whatever C status. What I'm saying, y'all, is if you're in America, this has become a fascist country. If you missed the memo, it's a thing. We should fight it if we want to fight it. I highly suggest we do, but I cannot suggest violence, so... Oh yeah, like I said, there's all sorts of fucking news, y'all. I just don't want to bring you down, because it's like... I wasn't fine with it. I was unhappy about it. But during the first administration, when he was just like a gigantic bag of dicks, but the court was fighting him, his vice president was fighting him, the people were fighting him. Don't get me wrong, credit where credit's due. Look at the National Guard who are in the streets of D.C., about to be in the streets of New York, about to be on the streets of Detroit. Look at them, though. Do they look like they're ready to go to war and fight the rebels? No, they're bored. They're picking up trash. They're wasting time where they should be in North Carolina, South Carolina. Again, I'm a fucking fry cook. I'm not the goddamn president of the United States. But if I was the president of the United States, rather than worrying about all these immigrants and building concentration camps and going down in history as literally the... And again, that... Y'all, you're going down in history as the worst president of the United States. One of the last countries to end slavery, and arguably we never really did. Because go ask any inmate anywhere how they feel about their freedoms. Read the 13th Amendment. But you're going to go down in history as the worst president among genociders, slavers, supposed freedom-loving country that would kill any freedom-backed, like, rebellious group. But we used to do that overseas. That's something we did in South America. That's something we did in the Middle East. That wasn't something we typically did here in the U.S. I mean, like I said, when I say I don't know what to tell y'all on some of these things, it's because when I give a funny ha-ha or a, hey man, this shit be going down, I try to also give a, and here's how you can safely do something. I mean, yeah, it always sucks. Understand, I haven't been happy with any administration ever. But it's a matter of, like, picking the arena you gotta fight in. It sucks. American politics truly are terrible. I understand why everyone's leaving. Leaving isn't gonna fix it. Honestly, I hate to say it, but the one good thing Trump's doing is collapsing the shit out of it, because Y'all, I don't know if there's another big hurricane coming or not. The EPA's been defunded. PragerU, a company that's a PU, a university that has no educators, is teaching our children that Christopher Columbus was a chihuahua, a wild sort of guy that was very good and loved the Christian God and never did nothing wrong. And this horribly racist accent I'm putting on? Look up the PragerU video. Tell me how off I am. Because to my ear, I'm not that far off of what they put in Columbus's mouth. And Columbus was a monster. Not gonna fucking argue for Columbus. Just gonna say, you don't reduce the Italian people to a very "it's a me" accent. It's like a couple days ago when I sat down and tried to write a script, I literally looked at my face and I looked like Sokka from that Avatar The Last Airbender when they went through the mountain in the secret tunnel episode. If you know, you know already. I looked like him at the end of that because I just had a red mark on my head, and I realized it's because I've been face palming through some of these news stories. Like the fact that the renowned second most infamous child trafficker in the world, Ghislaine Maxwell, said, "Oh no, yes, Trump liked our young clients, but never none of the young girls. It was always those that were over 18, or right at 18. He was a gentleman." Y'all, for real? Grab him by the pussy guy's a gentleman? But beyond that, it's just none of the news organizations got teeth. Yeah, I mean, truth be told, it's hell. We just had 2 school shootings in less than a week. And beyond that, they're not teaching the kids right, period. But I mean, fuck, we're not paying the teachers for shit. We're not giving the kids anything to fight for. And for God's sakes, our adults are so stupid that Joe Rogan and a few idiots heard that they were letting kids shit in litter boxes, and they ran with that so hard. Do y'all know how long ago specifically the furry litter box story, do you know how long ago that shit came out? Google it. Over 5 fucking years ago. And not even once was it true. They found one litter box in one school which had had 2 school shootings happen at it, and as part of a shooting drill, they had Jesus Christ. They had gotten a tray of fucking litter so that if a little kid had to piss during a shooting incident, they could pee in a box that wouldn't attract the shooter to their location. Fucking horrifying, yes? This is life in America. This is goddamn insane. Sorry, like I said, I get a little spicy when it comes to shit like this, because solutions, while not absolute solutions, are fucking obvious. I mean, am I saying disarm everybody forever, guns are the problem, evil, evil guns? No, absolutely not. But at the same time, maybe there's a middle ground in between, I like my gun, I want to fuck with my gun, and guns are evil, we should melt them all down into fucking shovels. There's got to be a middle ground. A middle ground we can reach. Because, I hate to say it, but thoughts and prayers are asinine at this point. I mean, I went off on Tim Walz, and I like Tim Walz. But I went the fuck off. We have to stand behind our nation and vote in stronger legislation. Bitch, it's right there. It's easy. Okay, how about this one? We've already made it to where if your kid takes your gun to school and shoots up the school, you'll be charged manslaughter. Clearly nobody gave a shit. Up the ante. Now, if your kid takes the gun to school and shoots up the school, you'll be charged equal to the kid as if you were standing right beside him firing the fucking gun. Is it stupid? A little bit, but hell. I mean, why not? Honestly, like I said, it's upsetting me because it's so asinine. And people are like, oh, well, there's no solution that we can find. It's like, okay, how about we do, because again, here in Georgia, in the South, and I'm not even fucking with y'all. Eventually, if I ever go back to Walmart, it's well in town without a vehicle. It's a bit hard to get there. But if I ever go back to Walmart, I'll show y'all literally. Sporting goods is right next to toys and hardware. We sell shotguns within a ball's throw of children's toys. I wonder why we got a gun problem. Yeah, who the fuck knows? It's unsolvable. It's just a mystery. The greatest minds could take 1,000 years and we couldn't figure out how to fucking move the guns away from the kids' hands. Jesus Christ, it's not hard. Fuck's sake, what do you mean it's a hard problem? We live in a world of video games, y'all. We live in a world where we have tackled world hunger. We have tackled nukes. The Metal Gear Solid database, which did have a sort of kind of funny nuke system to it, where you could make ICBMs, and if you had an ICBM, you were instantly, like, on the world system of the Metal Gear Solid online database, because people could attack you and steal your bomb. But if you weren't, then you were just on the database at your normal whatever power level. And one day the message came through, and it was amusing as hell when it did, because Kojima wanted to say how proud he was of every Metal Gear Solid fan. Because while the world had not yet understood how to get rid of nukes, even given the knowledge that your base with a nuclear and ICBM on it would go up by 300 million power points. One ICBM, 300 million power. The players decided to disarm the bombs. And for at least a year, I don't know how it currently stands. I don't even know if Metal Gear Online's still online. But last I checked, they didn't have any bombs on the server by choice. It's not that Kojima went nuclear free. It's that even the fucking video game community realizes that mutually insured destruction is still destruction. I mean, if I murder your murderer, does that bring you back to life? No? Then how about we try to prevent anyone getting murdered? I mean, a hot take, that seems to be where we should try to start. Because vengeance doesn't work. I haven't played, I've just mostly been playing on the console, but whatever the one available to the console is, I mostly play on. I just got one download that gives me to where I get gravestones when I die. Unfortunately, the add-on did not. I thought it was going to give me the ability to basically build a little graveyard of sorts, and instead I get like, it's still cool. I mean, when I die, rather than my items exploding, there's a little gravestone. I just gotta run out there and hit the gravestone and I get all my items back. They never despawn. Which is pretty cool. I mean, really it is. I wanted more gravestones. Again, eventually when I get servers up, I plan on putting this on a server and letting, like, everyone come on and play with us. Eventually, I'm hoping my sister and her kids find the server and we can play together. Though those episodes I probably won't stream unless everyone's cool with it. I'd need to look up what the spell for Silk Touch looks like. I'd also have to build a, enchanting table. Which I will do eventually. Just at the moment, I'm just sort of dicking around and building a little base. It's okay, Shifu. Gunshots don't echo like that. That's one of our dear neighbors and their dear almost clunker of a car trying their best. Like I said, y'all, I'm not saying Viva la Revolution, grab your pitchforks and torches, my brothers, let's go and water the fields with the blood of the evil fascists. I'm not saying that, one, because the last time I said something close to that, the stream got cut, but also because then a lot of good folks like you good folks would probably die, not because of incompetence or anything like that, but because war is hell. And anyone that would tell you wholeheartedly, let's go to war, is either a madman or an idiot. That's why I hate Tim Pool so much, hot take. But y'all, every war that has ever existed within history, there's never been a good one. Even World War II could have been prevented if the right forces had gotten involved sooner. I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy by any means. That fucker needed to die. I wish that Russia had gotten to him. I wish that Russia had gotten to that fucker before he could take his own life in the bunker, because, oh my God, the things they would have done. I mean, let's be clear, y'all. The whole reason that Hitler, did the Persona 3 to himself, dance the handsome, as Stephen King would put it in his books, the whole reason he chose to do that was he thought Russia was going to take him out the bunker. If he had known it had been America, he probably would have surrendered, because that was kind of the thing to do at the time. If the Americans were banging on the door, as long as you did more than shoot a gun, you surrendered and basically threw yourself on the God damn it, why do I keep doing that? And you basically threw yourself on the mercy of the United States. You wouldn't want to do that to the Russian battalions. They were kind of pissy with the Nazis, and, well, again, much like Canada, they checked off everything on that dear girl Geneva's list. Got it back to her with doubles done on it, probably. And this is where I'm telling y'all, yeah, it's fun, it's ha-ha to joke about, because it's so far in the past we don't remember it. But y'all, nobody should ever be like, woo, let's go to war. There's a reason why anyone who's seen war... Again, look at the differences in books during that time period. Lord of the Rings, which was made into more of a Middle-earth war movie when the directors got a hold of it. The original books were just a bunch of dudes taking a nature hike, more focused on food and song than combat. And Catcher in the Rye was also written by a highly decorated war veteran. And there might be a death in that book. Admittedly, it's been years since I read it. But it's basically about a kid, a whole field, wandering the fuck around, just trying to figure out his place in the world. I mean, Slaughterhouse 6,000 or 300. It's, again, these are all books that are on, should be on high school reading lists. They were back in the day. Then again, I have to remember, that was back in fucking 2010, 2009, 2008, not current age. Mouse has been removed because it will offend people. For the record, Mouse is a book written by a Holocaust survivor from the perspective of a mouse surviving a mouse Holocaust. I mean, is it appropriate for kindergartners? No, absolutely not. Is it appropriate for high schoolers? Fuck yes it is. They should goddamn read it. It would prevent shit like this. Like I said, y'all, I'm sorry. I keep trying to kid glove this shit, because it's heavy shit, y'all. Admittedly, it's heavy shit. But it's shit we all should have already learned. That's why high school should be teaching fucking good lessons like how, not only what happened during the Holocaust, dates and times, but what led up to it. What caused Nazism to spread across Germany. Because, hate to say it, y'all, but one for one, Hitler and Trump, there's a reason that everyone called him Hitler. because Hitler was just as asinine with his arguments, but it was always the same thing. Oh, we need a strong man to come through and put our country right. These horrible foreign invaders are coming in. Won't somebody do something about them? We try sending them elsewhere and they never can stay anywhere because no one wants them. I guess we should just get rid of them. And then he told his people he was deporting them to random locations. And he was mass murdering them. Hey, what's Trump doing right now with our immigrants? Are we sure? Just saying. It does. At this point, a fucking dipshit fry cook from the South who reads at a fucking college level but does not write at one is telling the goddamn anyone who will listen, hey y'all, the effects of World War II are greatly reflected in the current modern-day zeitgeist of the American population. If you are not worried, you should at the very least be worried. If you are worried, you should accelerate your worry to the next level and start your activism in the safest way you can possibly start it. I'm a goddamned fry cook. I should be worried about, hey y'all, the temperature of chicken is at this. Hey, did you know South Korea came out with this bombing new recipe? Here's this badass new thing. I should be reviewing restaurants and fast food and garbage bullshit. I shouldn't be on here playing a fucking game telling y'all, hey, by the way, you know if the Nazis come about, you're gonna have to hide your neighbors, right? It's just obviously put out there. It's... y'all, it didn't have to be this way. There's a goddamn universe where we're arguing if there's a genocide going in the Middle East while we barely fund them. Now fucking Trump's talked about joining in the goddamn land invasion of Gaza. It didn't have to be this way, y'all. It didn't have to fucking be this way. For the record, if anyone out there is listening from other countries, from the bottom of my heart, for whatever the fuck it's worth, I know it ain't worth much, I am sorry. I voted against him. I did what polling I could. I argued with idiots on Facebook. Clearly, I didn't do enough, and I'm sorry. Either way, I've thoroughly bummed out the stream. I think I'm about to go and have a bite to eat. Before I go, remember this though, folks, and I often lean on it in times of trouble. 1 minute, I'm gonna cook something up nice here. Well, y'all, in times of trouble, Mama Quark calls to me, saying words of wisdom, may it be. By the Ferengi Code of Trade. May it be. Because these times too will pass, and like the Bajorians in that story, we will survive this. We just gotta fight. And if you've got the ability to fight it in the safest ways you can, but in every single way you can. Don't give in, don't give up, and remember, if all you can do is tell the Trump supporter in your life to go fuck themselves, that's something. I'd rather you do something to bring them over to the side, but you know. Whatever you can do, do. If you can help an immigrant, help them in any way you can, because now, even the charities aren't going to be able to help them much. You as an individual citizen, though, friends, we can move in ways that charities can't. Try to defund me, bitch. I'm already defunded as far as I can be defunded. You can't underfund me. I have no funding. Ha-ha! But real talk, y'all. If they want to move fast, start fires, we can start fires of our own. Not literally, for fuck's sake, please, my fellow anarchists, I call on you to be nonviolent in this time of trial. Be peaceful, but be little assholes in every way you can about it. Remember, y'all, live to fight another day. We've had too many martyrs. The Battle of Blair Mountain lasted many, many months, and many, many years leading up to it. We fight today so that our children don't have to fight tomorrow. And fight in any way you can, but keep up with how it is. Love y'all, be safe, talk to y'all later. Be back for Spider-Man, and probably about an hour or so. That's it, y'all. Bye. Love you.